Welcome back to day 11. Today we are going to talk about constructors in Java and the special this keyword. So, what is a constructor? A constructor is a special method in a class that is automatically called when we create an object. Its main job is to initialize the object's variable. Now, three important points to make note are: it has the same name as the class, it does not return any value, not even void. It runs automatically when you create an object using new. Now, there are different types of constructors, mostly three. That is non-parameterized constructor, that is does not take any argument. Then parameterized constructor take arguments to initialize the object with specific values. Then comes the default constructor, which is provided by Java if you don't write one. Let's see the code to understand it better. Let's see the code for each of them one by one and this keyword. So we will write class student. Then we will put curly braces and then we will write string name and then semicolon. Then we will write int age semicolon. Now first we will take our non-parameterized constructor. So we will write student parenthesis curly braces and then let's print system dot out dot print ln and then in brackets, that is parenthesis, we will write non parameterized constructor and then called with exclamation mark in quotes and then we will put semicolon. Then we will write name is equal to, in quotes we will write unknown and then we will write and put a semicolon. Then age is equal to, we will keep 0 and then we will close it like this. And now let's go for parameterized constructor. So we will write student and then in parenthesis we will write string name and then we will put a comma and int age and we will end this with curly braces. And similarly we will print for this also by writing system dot out dot print ln and then inside parenthesis in quotes we will write parameterized constructor. Constructor called and then we will put semicolon and we will use this keyword to differentiate the instance variable and the parameters. So we will write this dot name is equal to name and then semicolon. Again this dot age is equal to age and we will put semicolon. Now we will display our method with display student info. So we will write void display and then parenthesis curly braces, and we will print by writing system dot out dot print ln, and then in parenthesis in quotes we will write name, and then with this plus sign we will write name plus in quotes we will write age, and then we will end this. Let's take age with capital A, and then we will add a plus sign, and then we will write age and end this with semicolon. And now we will go for the next one. So before that, let me comment these out by writing parameterized and non-parameterized so that you don't get confused. So let's write here non-parameterized, and for here let's write parameterized. Parameterized, and so you will get to know easily. And now let's go down and see further what changes we should do in the code. So here let's go to our main public, and here we will write, let's write student s1 is equal to new student, and then parenthesis end this with semicolon, enter, then s1 dot display and close this with semicolon. Similarly, we will create object for parameterized constructor, and this is for non-parameterized because we didn't pass any argument. So let's write non-parameterized, and now let's take for object 2 with parameterized constructor. So let's write student should be capital, and so let's take student s2 is equal to new student, and then in parenthesis let's write the name of the student we want and the age which we wanted. So let's take Ankit, and with comma let's write its age 21, and let's put semicolon. Now we will display for s2 dot display, and then we will put closing parenthesis and then semicolon. And similarly, let's take for student s3. So we will write student s3 is equal to new student, and let's take it as Vishal, and then let's take age as 20 and put semicolon, and we will display similarly for s3 dot display, and then we'll put semicolon. Now our code looks complete, and here also it's complete. So let's remove this extra code, and now let's save our file. So let's save, right click, run as Java application, proceed, and there is an error. So let's see what's the error. Now let's see where is the error. We have declared properly the non-parameterized constructor, then the parameterized constructor, and this dot name and this dot age. Now here we are missing a curly brace, and now our code looks complete. So let's save and run and proceed, and you can see non-parameterized constructor called name unknown age 0 got printed. For parameterized constructor called Ankit age 21 got printed, and for the again parameterized constructor, the constructor called Vishal age got printed. Now here class student has two constructor. One non-parameterized constructor that initializes default values, that is unknown and 0 age. Then there is parameterized constructor, takes name and age and initialize them. Now in the code we have used this keyword. Now this keyword is used to differentiate between class variables this dot name and the method parameter name. In the main method, when student S1 is equal to new student runs, the non-parameterized constructor is called. And when student S2 is equal to new student, the name which I pass runs, the parameterized constructor is called. And same is for S3. Now, today we learned a constructor initializes object automatically, and Java allows constructor overloading, that is multiple constructors in the same class with different parameters. And this keyword help us refer to the current object variable. Now this makes object creation clean and efficient. In the next session, we will dive deeper into OOPS topic and learn how to protect our data and inheritance, encapsulation, and different important OOPS concepts.